Welcome to Jam Sesh. I'm Kristen.
And I'm Jackie, and this is our monthly jam.
So we have so much excitement going on in Jamland in the month of November. And this month on Jam Sesh, we are going to show you how to remove and apply our wraps to your toes for a pretty pedicure.
Toe jams!
Now that we have the wraps removed, we are going to work with our clean toes and prep them for new wraps. One of the things we can do is use the orange stick and remove the cuticles. I also highly recommend our product, the cuticle remover pen that we have at Jamberry. And this is a great product. You just brush it on, leave it on for 2 to 3 minutes, wash your toes again, and it helps the cuticles come off much more easily. Also, you can use a cuticle scraper or clipper to get those prepped. The design I'm going to use today is pumpkin spice, which is one of our holiday wraps. You may have heard us use the term pedi pack before and wondered what that meant. The biggest 2 wraps on either side of a sheet of wraps is where we get a pedi pack. Most people, either this wrap or this wrap is going to be what fits on your biggest toe. And then the other one will cut up to put on the other toes, and I'll show you how that's done. My big toes, this big wrap is what fits best on there. So that's what I'm going to use for my big toes, and I'm going to cut up this one for my smaller toes. And what I do, my nail bed here is just a little bit more square on the bottom. So what I do is without touching the adhesive side, I peel it up a little bit, and I take my nail scissors and I just gently make it a little bit more square on the bottom. Just like that. And clean up that edge a little bit. And I like to use the cold method, as we call it, even on my toes. The warm method would be heating up this wrap first with our mini heater, or if you use a blow dryer to apply your jams. I like to do the cold method because I really like to get it just right, and the cold method helps me do that. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this halfway. And I'm going to place it right on my nail. Smooth it down a little bit in the center there, and then go all the way to the edge, making sure that you're not touching the skin or on the skin, because it's not going to stay as well and seal for you. You really want it to be on the nail, which is another reason why we remove those cuticles. And because this is on my toes and my hands are doing all the work, I like to continue on and put the other wraps on before I heat them up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this wrap right down the middle. And you can customize this by cutting them however works for you. But what I like to do is cut it like this on each side. And then I'm going to take one of these here. In fact, you can even cut this away from the rest of the sheet so that you don't have all of that to hold on to. So I'm going to take one of these here and just round it a little bit at the corners. And I know this is too long for my toe, but that's okay because I'm going to be clipping it after we get them all applied. So I go ahead and smooth it down again, making sure I'm on only the nail. You can use your rubber cuticle pusher to help you as well. And now that all of my wraps are applied and ready, I'm going to heat them up with my mini heater. Okay, so now that I have heated them and let them cool, I'm going to use a nail clipper and clip the excess off to make a nice clean edge. And I actually get some of my nail as well so that it's a nice clean edge and can seal properly. You can even use a buffer just to make sure the edges are nice and smooth. And that is a beautiful Jamberry for your toes. So it's as easy as that. Jamberry nail wraps are awesome on your toes for a pedicure, and they can last 4 to 6 weeks.
Yep, they really do. Now it's time for tea and jams. This is a cinnamon apple pie flavored tea.
It's perfect for Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm. We crushed the apple pies ourselves when we were churning butter.
After we first grew them.
After she milked the goat for this delicious cranberry encrusted goat cheese.
It's kind of like jam and cheese all together.
Right. Mm.
Harvest season.
Ever so elegant. Oh, yes. Good?
Mm-hmm.
This has been Tea and Jams.
Well, that is all we have for you this month on Jam Sesh. If you already have an independent consultant, please get back with her and ask her any questions you may have. If you do not already have an independent consultant, we would love to help you. Please check out our websites, as you see now, and follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and let us know any questions you have as well. Also, stay on the lookout because Black Friday is just around the corner. There are going to be some awesome specials and deals, and we will definitely help you have a great time with Black Friday and Jamberry.
Yes, and sometimes they release like retired wraps and things, so if you've had one in your mind that you're like, oh, I wish I could get that one back, it might show up for Black Friday, so keep a lookout.
Stay tuned.
Thanks for joining us on Jam Sesh. See you next time.
Happy Thanksgiving!
And swing your partner, do-si-do, down a little, down, 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 ding, 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 milk that goat, down, little, down, little.